Hi, I'm covering 10th standard science syllabus with you, and this is my 6th lecture on chemical reactions and equations. So in previous lecture we have done till combination, then second we have done decomposition, and third we have done displacement reactions, and this is the fourth one. Let's start with double displacement reactions. Double displacement reactions. Now what is a double displacement reaction means? So these are the chemical reactions in which ions will exchange their position within the compounds. Okay, in displacement reaction we have seen that there was a single element. In displacement reaction there was a single element and it will displace the less reactive element from its compound because A was more reactive. Then what it will form? A will make the bond with X and B will form as a product. So this is a displacement reaction we have seen in the previous video. Okay, so this is a displacement reaction. Whereas in double displacement reaction, two compounds will be, like if I write a general form, AX is one compound and BY is another compound. There are two compounds. Okay, this is the difference you can observe between double displacement reaction and between displacement reaction. This is a single element which is more active, whereas in double displacement there are two compounds. Now ions will get interchanged between the compounds. Now A will form bond with Y and B will form with X. Okay, so A will form with Y because A is a cation and Y is anion in the compound BY, and whereas X is anion and B is a cation, so there would be interchanging the position. Okay, and B will make the bond with X. So this is a double displacement reaction. Let's do the definition. Define says these are the chemical reactions in which there occur exchange of ions. Okay, this is important. Exchange of ions between the compounds, two compounds, between the compounds. So this is the double displacement reaction in general. So let's do few examples. One example is when barium chloride solution is mixed with sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate solution. Now again, in one beaker I'll take a aqueous form of barium chloride. Barium chloride in aqueous form. Okay. So this is the test tube. A, you can say, name it. Then in another test tube I have a sodium sulfate, again in aqueous form. So let it be beaker B. Now in third beaker, when I mix these both the compounds, mix, then chemical reaction will take place between two compounds and you will see. Let's do with the chemical reaction. Barium chloride, which is aqueous, react with sodium sulfate, which is again aqueous, to form what it will form? Double displacement. So as I told you, there would be exchange of ions. Barium sulfate and sodium chloride will form. It will form barium sulfate and it will exist as a precipitate. I'll tell you what is a precipitate. And sodium chloride will form in aqueous form. You will see that this is a sodium chloride in aqueous form, and if you keep it the mixture for some time, you will see that insoluble substance will get settle at the bottom. Okay, this is the insoluble substance, that is barium sulfate. Okay, so we'll use downward arrow to show it as a precipitate. So this will act like a white precipitate. Its color is white precipitate. Okay, so what will be the observation of this reaction? Observation. So there would be a color change. You will see that barium chloride is again one colorless aqueous solution. Sodium sulfate is again colorless, transparent, okay, aqueous solution. When you mix both of them, a white color precipitate will form. So there would be a color change and change in the state also. Okay, color change from white to, or from colorless to, sorry, from colorless to white. And second observation, there would be a change in state. Change in state due to the formation of insoluble substance, that is barium sulfate. Okay, so this is the activity. You can see its video also. Okay, and this is a chemical equation, and chemical equation, let's balance, it's left to balance. Okay, sodium is 2, chlorine is 2 now, already 2, now barium sulfate. I think reaction is balanced now. Okay, so these are the two observations. Now you can check from one. Let's include one more example. This was example number 1. You can quote example 1. Let's do one more example. So in activity of NCERT book 1.2, you have seen that when potassium iodide solution is mixed with lead nitrate solution. This we have already covered in first lecture, first video of this chapter. Okay, so potassium iodide is again solution. Let now in test tube A, beaker A, in beaker A I have a potassium iodide in a aqueous form, and it is again transparent. In beaker 2, beaker B, I have a lead nitrate PbNO3 whole twice in aqueous form. Then when I mix both of them, potassium iodide and lead nitrate, you will see that what will happen when I mix lead nitrate to the potassium iodide, both are in aqueous. What it will form? It will double displacement reaction will take place. Lead iodide PbI2, lead iodide, and potassium nitrate. Again to balance. Okay, now nitrate is 2. Now the reaction is balanced. Again you will observe that this will act like a yellow precipitate. This is very interesting chemical reaction to see, because both are colorless. This is also colorless, and potassium iodide is also colorless. Both are transparent colorless solutions. When you mix, suddenly yellow color form due to the formation of lead iodide. Again, so this act like a precipitate. So this precipitation is due to the lead iodide, yellow precipitate, which will settle at the bottom, and solution will be potassium nitrate, okay, in aqueous form. So if you try to keep this mixture for some time, you will see that a transparent, again colorless solution will be at the top of the precipitate lead iodide. Yellow lead iodide precipitate will settle at the bottom, then and transparent aqueous form of potassium nitrate will be above this precipitate. Okay, So again, there would be a same observations which I have told you in the example number 1, that one would be the color change and second will be the change in state. Now you can check that in every double displacement reaction a precipitate is forming. So sometimes this double displacement reaction is also known as precipitation reaction. So I'm going to rub this off. So first of all, let me tell you what is precipitate means. Precipitate. So what is precipitate? It is an insoluble substance formed as one of the product. Insoluble substance formed as one of the product in any chemical reaction is known as, this insoluble substance is known as precipitate, and those reactions are known as precipitation reaction. Precipitation reactions. So here, note point for you people, all double displacement reactions are known as precipitation reactions. Precipitation reactions. So further, you can also do the difference between displacement reactions and double displacement reactions. One point is definition. There would be a more active element will displace the lesser active element from its compound, whereas there would be exchange of ions. Second, you can cover displacement reaction. There may or may not be, in maximum cases there would not be a precipitate form, whereas in double displacement reaction precipitate will form. So likewise you have to do the difference between the displacement reactions and double displacement reactions. Okay, with two examples and the activity we have covered what are the double displacement reactions. Okay, so in next video, this was a short video on the double displacement reaction. In next video I'll cover oxidation and reduction reactions, which is very important to understand. Okay, so good luck.